So, for my lovers of short readings, this is not it. This one's a longer one. This could be twin flame. This could be new love. This could be whatever situation Spirit brought you here for. We're going to find out. And we're going to get some advice on those topics. Yeah, I'm just feeling called to do something a little deeper today. So here we go. Let's find out what Spirit has to say. Okay? I'm going to pull the cards, then I'm going to read them. Feel free to scroll past when you see me starting to pick up books and uncover things. I'm going to leave things face down. And when you see me start to flip things over, then you can start the video. So I won't discuss until I get everything pulled. Hope everybody is doing well on this timeless reading, by the way, but when I'm recording it is a Sunday, and it is a beautiful day outside. I need to take myself out, and I plan on doing that as soon as I get this recorded. But I felt like it was high time to sit down with some of my older decks. I used to do pretty long, almost an hour-long readings some time back, and a lot of them are on YouTube under nightly advice readings, and they're pretty popular. For those going through really deep things that need deep advice, they're for that, Spirit, what do we need to know today? What do we need to know today? Well, that one. What do we need to know today? Cool. Just okay. All right. We're going to start with 5 decks. Almost done here. Spirit, what do we need to know? Coming out. 1, 2. The collective need to know today? What does the collective need to know today? And I've learned to, I did a reading for someone a little bit ago, and it didn't make a ton of sense to me, but when it was further I got deeper in the weeds with the person, it made way more sense. So I'm learning that even if the reading doesn't necessarily make a ton of sense to me, it does for someone. So, yeah, it may seem completely directionless to me, but not to everyone. So we'll see how it unfolds, and either way, there's always a good message in there for someone. Don't make things apply if they don't fit. Don't, of course, don't make them fit, but there's usually some piece of advice, solid advice, in the readings, period, just in general. Spirit, what does the collective need to know today? I'm just going to get 2 Moonology cards. Oh, not that one either, because it's being temperamental. Spirit, what does the collective need to know today? 1 more card. Okay, that's interesting. Maybe not. Maybe just the 1 card. I'm going to give it 2 more shuffles. If nothing comes out, we will take what we got. Okay, 3. No. Okay. Now, Here we are. Let's start with these. A message, guys. Wow. Interesting. The king. The temple. Someone was going within. The crone. The desert. Anima Mundi. Guide. The illuminated path. Setting boundaries. Brilliant beliefs. Luminous life force. Personal power. Healing earth. Someone is being guided to heal. I love this, guys. This actually speaks immensely to someone going through and stepping into their divine energy. Fragmented energy. They've had very fragmented energy. The honoring path, they haven't been taking that. They've been playing it safe and staying in their comfort zone. I feel like those things are very much past energy. They're being called to change that around. And with the king out here, I mean, it just plainly tells me that someone is getting it together. I have a true gem, a connection worth saving, valuable. Maybe someone wants to give you jewelry. I keep getting the married and pop the question card over and over and over and over and over again. This says nothing will get in the way. Focused. No distractions set on you. No games. Serious intentions, not giving up. So if you have had someone in the past that has, done all the things wrong, played the games, pushed you away, you can expect that this person is doing the healing here. They're being guided to do the healing. And when that happens, you will be receiving a message because they definitely have something big to say to you. Their energy, with the fragmented energy, it feels to me like they may have been giving to more than one thing. And it could have been just a job. It could have been overworking, or, maybe they're a single parent, or, whatever the case. Could have been another individual. It could have been a family member. Maybe they're taking care of an elderly parent or whatever. But either way, their energy was not directed towards you. They were just playing it easy, playing it nonchalant. Believe in the impossible, guys. That's why only one came out. I need you to believe in the impossible because this is a blue moon card. It may not seem like it's coming together, but all of these cards are putting, also with the brilliant beliefs, this is a picture of just something emitting from like a brilliant luminous life force. Someone is coming into their personal power. They're getting their fragmented energy and taking it with them. They're going with them. They're healing that inner child. They're doing the work. The setting the boundaries, this really speaks to two things. I'm getting two different messages with this one. Yes, you need to stand in your power and create and establish and maintain healthy boundaries, guys. But it feels like if this person had people in their life that were judgmental over them, trying to control them, this person's people-pleasing tendencies are on their way out the door. They're learning how to set boundaries for themselves as well. The illuminated path. This is talking about luminous life force, illuminated path. You have, and with this true gem, this seems like it sheds a beautiful light and a blue moon, just big and like a illumination. You have been a guiding light for this person's healing. There was one in the last reading that I did, it was the mirroring card, and I feel very strongly that you have mirrored back this person's bad behavior to themselves, like, hey, you need to correct this. It's bleeding over into other people's lives, and you're leaving harm in your wake. It's not just detrimental to you, but to those around you. You're hurting others. And that may have kind of triggered them. That may have made them go within, maybe get angry, maybe get bitter, maybe, not want to see those things. But it feels like, this person with their healing earth and calling back in their power and their energy, they're not playing it safe anymore. They're like, hey, wait a minute, I have to take a look at this. I need to go within. The temple is out here. I need to go within. Is this true? Is this false? Is this what this person is saying to me? Is it truly something that I need to handle? Or no? And I feel like they have gone within, and they do realize you weren't being hateful. You were loving and protecting yourself and those around you. You had to make a stand and set a boundary and be healthy with it, even if it meant cutting them off. They loved your energy. They didn't want to be cut off. They couldn't process it very well because your light illuminated their shadow. And they probably illuminated yours, because nobody's perfect over here. They probably opened you up to have to look at some things in your life to say, hey, I need to fix this. I need to correct this. It's time. Let's read. I missed this deck. It's beautiful. I haven't used it in a while. We're going to start with the healing earth, okay? The power to give and receive healing. And here's the thing. I feel like in the past with this person, whoever this person is, the reciprocity wasn't there. You probably overgave to this person and they were selfish. They did not give back to you. And sometimes people feel like they deserve, or I don't have finances to give, so I don't have anything else to give, so I'm just going to take. What can I give? When that's not ever what you wanted in the first place. But maybe it's a measure of a man, you know what I mean? Or the way that our children are brought up to be, our male children. Got to be a provider. Hold your emotions. Don't tell people how you feel. Keep it inside, especially if we had emotionally unavailable parents. This is number 46, which breaks out to a 1. And we have 45, which breaks out to a 9. We have a 6. And a 21, which breaks out to a 3. Here's a 30, which breaks down to a 3. 3, 3, 3. Could be something that you've been seeing. Oh, wait a minute. The boundaries card was right there. Let's go with boundaries. Setting boundaries first. The priestess of the threshold holds her hands up with palms outward, projecting a field of protective light before her. The strong and stately snow leopard, who lives a solitary life in the highest reaches of the mountains, looks over her shoulder, standing guard. This card brings you a message of both caution and encouragement. It is time to take an honest look at the boundaries you set. How do you view your importance in your own life? Are you sacrificing your priorities and self-care to prioritize the needs and wishes of others? Are you putting up with demands, dismissals, marginalization, or even disrespect from people in your life? If so, it's time to put up your hands and say, enough. You may have been allowing others to cross your personal threshold and invade your time, your energy, your space, your finances. I mean, I could go on. But this card is telling you that you now have the power to shift the pattern. Start by setting clear limits today and make yourself a priority in your own life. Your soul deserves to be honored, and you must be the first person to make that choice. When you do, you will finally receive the respect and prioritization that you've been longing for all along. And the affirmation for this card, I choose to make myself my own priority. I have the power to set boundaries and honor myself always. So, Spirit said, boundaries. Number 1, boundary up. That's the first message. Okay. right there. Oh. Let's see. Let's go back to 21. Guide. The priestess guide on this card illuminates the path ahead with her right hand. So far we have the left hand and the right. The hand of action. On her left, the side of receiving, a wolf offers her guidance as well. This card is about your personal path, encouraging a deeper awareness of the choices coming up in your life. You're going to have choices. Keep those boundaries solid. The wolf is a symbol of strength and freedom, and this is the core of the message on this card. You are free to create the path that lies before you, and you have the strength to see it through no matter which one you take. It is time to seek the wisdom of your own inner guidance. Meditate and ask if a new or different direction regarding business, family, or personal matters is called for. Then muster up the courage and self-trust to take the necessary steps forward. So it seems to me that when this person does come back in for a reunion with this message, you need to evaluate their intentions. Don't ignore red flags. Make sure, if you want to take this path, that what is being presented to you is truth. Okay? Don't let anyone delude you. And take your time. Don't go fast. Go slow. Real slow. Pick apart things. Look for things that don't add up. And call people on their bullshit. Every single time. Every single time. This card could indicate the coming of a new teacher into your life. It may be someone who advises you in a specific personal arena such as education, nutrition, or finance. Or it could be someone who pursues a more spiritual path. Let yourself be open to the guidance and inspiration such new teachers can bring. Together with the wisdom of your own inner voice, you will find the path before you becoming illuminated, and you will be ready to take your next steps with the clarity and purpose your eternal life deserves. I direct my own destiny in every way. I open myself to the loving guidance I receive from others, from the universe, and from within. We have brilliant beliefs. In 45 and 46, we have things, developing. I'm called to notice. Luminous life force. 2 snow leopards. Leopards might very well be, this is the second one with leopards on it. That might be a synchronicity for someone out there. 2 snow leopards accompany the priestess of the galactic sky as she emerges from the night with a luminous ball of ethereal light. This priestess is telling you that, like her, you can project a brilliant life force energy out into the world. Her heart center shines with the divine light origins. The glow of her true identity encircles her head and emanates brightly from her brow and crown chakras. Yet she's no more powerful than you, and you have come from the same luminous source. So few people are taught to believe this truth about themselves. They believe they're not enough, and I feel like this is your person, and it could be you too mirroring. Not deserving or not capable of making their dreams come true, but these conclusions project a dark energy that brings unhappiness and blocks goals and desires from manifesting. And I'll say this, I'm in a course to become a certified hypnotherapist, right? I will be dealing with traumas, I will be dealing with limiting beliefs, and getting past those belief systems so that you can move on with your life in a powerful way. Making those changes, knowing that you are enough, overcoming whatever belief systems you set between the ages of 0 and 7, releasing those things that are keeping you quote unquote safe. They're not. They're distorted belief systems. They're something that keeps us from living our best life. It keeps us in fear. It keeps us held down, weighed down, feeling like we're not enough, feeling like we're not worthy, all of that. But that is not how we were intended to live. Divine did not put us here to live in lack, to live in scarcity. The mindset, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, I can't have it, I can't this, I can't that, that is a limiting belief, and they're not true. They're not true. And you can get so far once you release those. And I'm excited. I'm going to be doing some things later on, and you'll know if you follow my channel on a regular basis. Early next year, watch me. Watch me. Even if lies about your lack of power and value have been with you for a long time, it's never too late to awaken to your truth and let yourself shine. This is a time of renewed energy for you, and the snow leopards are signaling that you have personal power to overcome your inner demons. In fact, you are now capable of taking giant leaps in reversing these toxic mental patterns. When you do, your brilliant new beliefs will manifest a wonderful new reality. One will match the resonance of your own luminous life force. I choose to believe in my unlimited power, value, and deserving. My life force shines with the light of my divine source. And then we've got Healing Earth. The last one of these cards. I love these cards. They're beautiful. The power to give and receive healing. The priestess of the earth stands with her back against a sacred ancient tree, channeling life-giving energy to and from Mother Earth herself. This card reveals that a time of great healing is at hand for you and for others. Could be for you and your person. And even for the planet. If you have a physical concern, now is the time to call up energy, earth energy, and bring it to your body, mind, chakras, and energy systems. You can also bring together divine healing rays to commune with your earth energy in your own heart center, radiating through every cell of your being. You have a powerful energy vibrating within, which can heal yourself and others. In fact, this card is calling you to awaken to that power and bring that loving resonance to the people and issues that need it the most. That's what I'm getting called to do right now. Absolutely. Especially by taking this class and what I plan on using it for in the future. Yeah, I'm being called to heal people. You may have spent past lives working in some type of healing capacity, whether of a formal mainstream sort, such as a doctor or nurse, or an energetic or spiritual one, such as a shaman or hands-on healer. If you feel so compelled, listen to the call of your soul and let yourself explore the healer's path in these or other arts. There's a much broader message in this card, however, for you are also called to heal the earth itself. We are at a point in our shared karmic journey where we must make choices that honor our environment and bring healing to the land, the seas, and all inhabitants of our precious planet. Know that you are a force in making this a reality. Sending your loving, healing intentions outward will bring blessings to the planet, to you, and to every creature. I am one with the healing powers of Earth. My choice to honor Earth energy brings expanding blessings to the world. You're being called to heal something big. Shift. It's time. Don't stay stuck. Let's see these guys here. Okay, we've got 7, 6, 6, 7, another 6. You could be seeing 6s. But again, progression 6 and 7. We have energy and intention. Let's go with playing it safe, because that's going to be the first one. A woman sits at a table in a fenced-in yard. In the distance, fireworks light the sky. The woman seems comfortable lounging in her lovely garden, but ignoring the world outside the fence. Her situation may be adequate, but really, she's missing out on all the joy and excitement beyond her known environment. This reflects a present mindset or situation for you. Staying in your comfort zone is what this is talking about. This is sitting with the beliefs that you've always had that have kept you. Limiting beliefs. Another whole deck talking about the same thing. There's a circumstance, a relationship, or even a place that you're choosing to stay in out of familiarity, inhibition, or self-doubt. You're making the assumption that something familiar is predictable and therefore safe, but that's not necessarily the case. In fact, you may be actually limiting yourself and also limiting the joy you could be experiencing in your life. You need to make the decision for what makes your heart sing. Only when your choice to stay is based on a sense of genuine joy and a feeling of self-honor does this decision resonate with your heart. Like I said, and I just threw that in there. You want to make the decision that makes your heart sing. As it backs me up, Spirit says, in fact, you may be actually limiting yourself and also limiting the joy you could be experiencing in your life. And only when the choice to stay is based on a sense of genuine joy and a feeling of self-honor does this decision resonate with your heart. It's time to look at all your options and know you are resourceful enough to break through the fence of your own making. The abundantly beautiful world is yours for the taking, and enjoying the celebration. Stop trying to play it safe and live small and make yourself small and dim your light for the sake of others. It's time to live illuminously. I mean, illuminate the world with your all that you came here and all the Spirit says you have to offer. We have energy, and we have another intentions card. This is a 7, okay? And it's in reverse. The honoring path. When this card is reversed, it's a sign of your significant self-dismissal and negation. Here we go again. Your life may be filled with people who take advantage of you, but it is you who is setting the stage. There's the boundaries necessary again. It is you who is setting the stage with your own willingness to put everyone else first. People pleasing. Enough's enough. This card is telling you to get back in conscious control. It is time to break the negative cycle of continuously living according to other people's agendas. It's like living what your parents want you to do, what they think you should do. It doesn't make you happy? Don't do that. It's your life and you get one. Well, at a time. Anyway. Soapbox for another day. It may seem foreign to you, but it's time to make yourself a priority. Demand respect from yourself and others. Throw those boundaries up. If you're not respecting me, you can't come in. You got to stay the hell at the door, and it's going to be closed in your face because you're not coming in here with any disrespect. No thank you. No thank you. Demand respect from yourself and others. Choose healthy habits and loving self-talk. Be aggressive with your radical self-care. Your unwavering intention to do so will lead you to a powerful happiness. That is the pervasive current of a beautiful and highly regarded life. I choose to prioritize myself. I am a truly valuable person deserving of my own self-care. That is beautiful. Get on the honoring path. Honor yourself. It's time. Spirit is calling you to take care of that. It is absolutely and positively time for you to set yourself and your happiness first. Fragmented energy. Too many pieces. This card shows a woman wading through a high water with puzzle pieces all around her. She is part of the puzzle, and her own picture is not complete. Like the woman on the card, you may feel like you're pushing against the current with the pieces of your life all over the place. I want to say something to this before I go any further. I'm in recovery and have been for 20 plus years, okay? I want to say this. When I very first got clean, I looked at my life and all that I had lost and all the hell I'd put everybody through, including my 2 small children. And I thought, holy shit, look at this. It was not like a puzzle. It was like more like shattered glass. Like I had broken a mirror into a zillion different pieces. And I took a look at it, and it was really, really freaking hard to look at. Very hard to look at. But I did. And I did not go back to drugs. I did the hard thing. I did the hard thing. I decided that enough was enough and that I wasn't going to live my life that way anymore. And I made the change. And yeah, could it have been easier to go and get high? Probably. I wouldn't have had to feel it. But I did. I chose to feel it. I burned that bullshit down and built myself a much better life. And I've had to burn it down a few more times since then. And start over fresh, you know? But each time I get better and more empowered. Each and every time my life gets better and better and better. And it's getting amazing. And watch me. Watch me. And yours is going to be the same. Take those steps. This card reveals a split in your energy and your attention. You have too much to do with the tasks of your personal and work life completely taking over. If you're hurrying through life and frantic about getting everything done. And also one other thing I must say, if you feel like you should be further along, you shouldn't. You're learning lessons, and you'll get where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to get there. Learn the lessons, the hard lessons, and get those out of the way so that you can build a solid, beautiful foundation and a life. You are right where you're supposed to be at any given moment. Because guess what? That toast that burned, that you had to go ahead and, that gas you didn't get, that you had to stop for, could have saved you from an accident that would have taken you off this earth, up the highway, on your way to work. So everything happens for a reason, and it is divinely timed. It is divine. You can make it stay stuck for longer. Absolutely. There's no question about that. That's you deciding not to decide. Or it's you deciding not to say enough's enough. I'm going to move on a different path because this one is no longer self-sufficient. I mean, this is no longer sufficient for my life. And I'm feeling like I am being called to do something completely and entirely different. That's you holding yourself up. Balance is necessary now. It's time to slow down, reduce your have-tos, and give yourself a break. If you don't, your agitated energy will block the very achievements you're working so hard on. The other message here is that you may be looking at too many options with considering some future projects. You have a lot of good ideas that take you in many different directions, but this indecision splits your energy, slows you down, or stops you completely. Make some specific choices and set up a plan. Choose the path that calls to your heart. You're being called to choose the one that serves your heart. It's time to take your own heart into consideration. Over and over, the cards have repeated that same message. Listen to your heart. Use your intuition. Make some specific choices and set up a plan. You can choose the plan or the path that calls to your heart. You can always change things up later, but now is the time to focus, not fragment your energetic power. Let's go with, I'm going to read the Blue Moon Lust, okay? People, places, and things. Okay. Okay, let's see. The King. If our lives are imagined as a kingdom containing the entire spectrum of human experience, the King presides over it all. Through the lens of the King, we assess the state of our land, make decisions, and rule accordingly. Therefore, the King must be thoroughly and regularly vetted so as to avoid corruption. Make sure that if this person comes in, and when they comes in, this is a message that is coming in strong, that you vet them. You vet that energy, you vet the intention, you vet all of it. The King, he is either seated in benevolence and strength, guiding you toward peace, or he is oppressing the weak out of a need to control. Does your person have control issues because they don't feel in control of their lives? A lot of people are like that. They want to control other people because they don't feel any sense of self-control. They have none. So they want to try and control others instead. Very common. If this is you, check yourself. Think about this. What do you need to control in your own life so that you're not out here trying to run other people's? It doesn't work. You're not here for that. You're not here to fix others. You're here to fix yourself. The King as the ultimate expression of the ego. The King as the ultimate expression of... Some think of the King as the ultimate expression of the ego. Yet the greatest kings of mythology and history serve from an egoless place. They take their throne with grace and humility, knowing that the divine uses them as a channel to heal deep and long-standing discrepancies in the kingdom. So when that king comes in, it's not male or female, it's an energy. Check their intentions, guys. Because while this is a very valuable, they know your heart to replace 1 in a million, nothing's going to get in the way. Make sure that it's a genuine, this reunion, you know? Says, once the King's relationship to divinity is broken or challenged, he often acts from a place of fear, scrambling to uphold his image and power. Is this person really heavily fixated on ego and what other people might think? Yes, probably has been the case. You will notice the shift when this person comes in. You know, if they're no longer trying to control and they are no longer so concerned about what other people may think. and they're more concerned about their well-being and that of the people around them. The king is necessary. He is a bridge between the eternal and the day-to-day. It is also said that it is necessary for the king to die. This is a death of the ego. When in light, benevolence, divine leadership, service, and nobility, but when in dark, oppression, misuse of power, and corruption. Go deeper, the Dalai Lama, Indra, Charles III, and Macbeth. All right, what's next? The Crone. The Crone is like an evolution. It goes the maiden, the mother, and then the crone. And the crone, it definitely, I mean, it's a divine feminine who's learned a lot, who's been through a lot. She may be older than the king. This divine feminine, the crone is an older divine feminine, or a feminine energy. The crone has seen it all. Nothing frightens or surprises her. She is the final manifestation in the feminine trifecta of the maiden mother crone. In her long life, she's witnessed endless cycles of death, sex, failure, rebirth, conflict, and regeneration, giving her the ability to rise above the world of duality. She laughs at notions of good or bad, right or wrong, as she's seen the earth churning, smoldering, taking life and giving life. The crone energy accepts everything in, devouring beauty and suffering with the same mouth, using their energy to reveal hidden secrets and knowledge. The crone is intuitive. She uses her intuition to know and decipher and discern as to whether this king is telling the truth, and knows about, everything about what's going on around her as well. Her energy resides in all of us, though it is feared by most for its power and unconventional relationship with death and macabre. Awakening the crone is dangerously rich and unapologetically magic. The crone has a difficult time tolerating superficial, surface-level relationships, situations. This is very scorpionic energy. Petty, day-to-day musings. She moves away from such relationships and seeks a deeper path, even if it means a more solitary life. She finds it within herself. We go within. The crone very much talks about me. The crone is a master of letting go and residing in what it is, or what is. She rejects nothing. The crone is often seen with the crow, smoke, night, and the moon. When in light, magic, clairvoyant, psychic, intuitive, and wise. When dark, vindictive, bitter, isolated, and ostracized. Hecate, Baba Yaga, Lilith. Go deeper. It's very scorpionic energy. Very, very, very. Let's see, what else do we have? We have the temple in the desert. These are places. Sorry, guys. It takes a minute. About the temple in the desert. The desert leaves us disoriented, desperate for direction, grasping for meaning, longing for solid ground. This person is very much looking at these things, for sure. For endless miles, we are confronted with a lack of clarity and existential dread. We are thirsty, hungry, pleading with life to get back to normal, to become animated by simple pleasantries of day-to-day life. The desert offers no such comfort, and all must pass through it. If you can embrace the discomfort of the desert, knowing you will someday reach water again, you can tap into the potent energy of the landscape. Its lights are blindingly bright, and its darks terrifyingly deep, which make for unbridled creativity and clairvoyant visions. Truth resides in the desert that otherwise remains hidden. The crows, the shadows, the coyotes call surround you. Let the winds and sand work their deep magic, weary traveler. Your person's weary. They're going within. They are starting to say they're being called out of the superficial way of living. Like, no, you go deep, it's time. When in the throes of the desert, contemplate the following. You're not alone. You have more supplies within you than you think, and water is very near. The desert is alive and pulsing with energy despite its desolate appearance. Turn toward it rather than away from it. When in light, surreal, strange, unexpected visions and silence. When in dark, drying, deadening, disorienting, and isolating. Barry Lopez's Desert Notes. Edward Abbey's Desert Solitaire. Okay, let's go with the temple, which is next. And then we have the Anima Mundi. When we think of the temple, we often envision an architectural structure in a far-off land. We're quick to distance ourselves from the sacred, assuming we must expend much effort in order to arrive there. Yet the temple is a universal and omnipresent energy, accessible in the highest and lowest, richest and poorest of places. Visiting the temple might be as simple as stepping into the dappled light of the forest. This really, Bali, Indonesia, for some of those that could be a synchronicity, just bringing that to mind. It's one of my very favorite places on the earth. Visiting the temple might be as simple as stepping into a dappled light of the forest, slowly and sensuously kissing a lover, or closing your eyes to travel inward. This card is a call to re-examine what you pay homage to and what you reject. Your person may have rejected you. And who are they giving their energy to? They're being called to take a look. Your phone, money, material goods. I want to add people, places, things, toxic behaviors, outdated beliefs. What are you worshiping? What do you spend your time worshiping? What barriers do you draw between yourself and the sacred? Perhaps there is room on your altar for something new, something surprising. Offer it to the heavens. Though indeed the temple travels with you, this card is interwoven with the pilgrim archetype. If you've been longing for a spiritual journey, book your tickets to Bali. I've been looking at tickets. Yes, I have. Because I'm going to go there for a couple of months, I'm thinking, to put some things into place. The ancient yogis saw the body itself as the temple, every function and feature of it as an expression of divinity. Build a shrine when found materials. Don't spend any money, only time. See, there's that. Spend time, not money. Your person getting out of their ego. Oh, wait a minute. Animus Mundi. Anima Mundi. The soul of the world, all that is. Anima Mundi epitomizes the principle accept all, reject none. Simply put, it is the living soul of the world in all of its multifaceted, multidimensional layers bonded together by loving cosmic forces. Diversity is celebrated, multiplicity is honored, and nothing is denied. Embrace. Constructs of separation dissipate into the wonderful mess of shared consciousness. So if you think that being separate right now is a horrible thing, it's not. It's necessary. This person needs to go within, and you do too. Time to spend some time seeking and searching yourself out. And separation is an illusion. It really is. Anima Mundi is the link between the literal and the imaginal, the rational and the mythic. It is the connective fiber that makes life meaningful. This card indicates an initiation on the level of the soul. You will awaken the unique light within and witness how this light contributes to the radiance of the entire universe. You will sense yourself as a critical note in the cosmic orchestra. Destiny is altered as you hear the enchanted melodies of all living things. Anima Mundi is the energy behind the World card in the tarot deck. Both carried themes of universal unity, completeness, and embrace. The embrace of Anima Mundi is available anytime, anywhere, to anyone, day or night, rich or poor. It is a process of unveiling our resistance to its love. When in light, tending to the sacred details of life, and when in dark, overwhelmed by the bigness of existence. Go deeper. Alchemical drawings of the Anima Mundi, the life and paintings of the Hilma of Clint. Right, leading up to the very last thing, we're going to read this guy here. Believe in the impossible, Blue Moon. I think this is the last one. No, it's not. Okay. Believe in the impossible. As the saying goes, some things only happen once in a blue moon. In other words, hardly ever. Drawing this card suggests you're about to get a rare chance, and that something one-off could well be about to happen. This card is a very positive sign. If you felt like you were hoping for too much, asking for too much, doubting if you're on a twin flame journey, doubting that it's ever going to come into fruition, if you are limiting belief, having and stating basically that, you know, good things are not going to come to you, something good is coming. I want to tell you. Whatever you're asking about, well, it can only happen once in a blue moon, may only happen once in a blue moon, but it can happen. However, with this rare opportunity before you, it's important that you believe in it. Manifestation. There were threes present. Threes present here. 333. I mean, manifestation. You can convince yourself whatever you're asking for or asking about can never go in your favor. Then guess what? It won't go in your favor. Self-fulfilling prophecies. So watch yourself, watch your thoughts, keep them positive for sure. Be grateful for this card, which is a reminder to believe in your dreams. Attuned to the moon. I am lucky. Miss this chance and it may not come back anytime soon, if ever, because once in a lifetime or once in a blue moon. What happened may only happen once. The person you're inquiring about is a freaking rare find. Look at this. Or a true gem. Does this card say hard to find, rare find? If you believe it, you can achieve it. This situation is unlikely to repeat. There is usually 3 full moons between each equinox and solstice, and vice versa. Sometimes, though, we get 4 full moons in a single season. When that happens, the third of the season's 4 full moons is called a blue moon. At least that was the original definition of a blue moon. These days, it's popular to use the blue moon for a second full moon in any calendar month that has 2 full moons. I hope this helped. This was really long, but I hope this helps somebody truly stand in your power, keep your boundaries together, believe in it, be delulu with it. It's fine, but believe in yourself and don't be negative. This helped. Leave contest in the comments. I'm sorry, losing my mind, because I am going to be running for 2 free readings for both YouTube as well as TikTok. So, contest. Alright guys, have a good one.